Hello, dear friends, welcome to our YouTube channel, USAFootballZone, latest football highlights. Hello, I am your dear friend Luna. Before starting the video, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to like the video. Only 500 likes. Barcelona vs Real Madrid final highlights. Copa del Rey 2024-25. Barcelona wins 32nd Copa del Rey, defeating Real Madrid 3-2 in dramatic final. Watch the video till the end to know more. Let's get started, guys. Friends, it was late and they were tired. But with 4 minutes to go and just after midnight in Seville, everyone was ready for the penalty. Jules Kounde found the strength to send a shot into the net and the Barcelona fans erupted in joy. Fireworks went off and people in blue and red rushed towards him from all sides. Finally, he had arrived, an epic Copa del Rey final, the first Clásico final in 11 years that the winning team had. They were 1 goal ahead and 1 goal behind. They thought they could win from a last-minute penalty, but once again the penalty slipped away from them. But now the Catalans were 3-2 up. Friends, done, not quite, but very close. On a remarkable night, Real Madrid still had one last chance when Kylian Mbappé was fouled in the spot and referee Ricardo de Burgos Bengoechea pointed to the spot. But the linesman's flag was up. They fought and rebelled, but eventually they lost and, in a chaotic end when all the emotions erupted at the final whistle, somewhere in the noise and commotion, 3 of their players were shown red cards: Lucas Vázquez, Antonio Rudiger and Jude Bellingham. The German player had to be restrained from going to the referee. Friends, it was night, it was swinging, you could call it a game of 2 halves. But there were 4 halves and all of them were extraordinary. At the heart of their decisive moments was also an unexpected player. Pedri, Mbappé, Aurélien Tchouameni and Ferran Torres had all scored and now Kounde had done it. Friends, very soon, an unlikely figure stood in the middle of the decisive moment. After so much talk about the referee, after Madrid threatened to boycott pre-match activities and refused to show up for the game, it was the officials who stole the headlines in the decisive moment. With 30 seconds of normal time remaining, a tearful de Burgos Bengoechea awarded Barcelona a penalty in the pre-match press conference. But Pablo González Fuertes, the video assistant referee who was with him at the press conference and was supposed to take action against the critics of the officials that had so angered Madrid, called him to the screen. So as the clock ticked down to midnight, de Burgos Bengoechea was alone in the middle of the 70,000 spectators, making a career-defining decision that will stay with him forever. After 3 long minutes, after replays were shown on the giant screen and the players around him gave not entirely impartial advice, the penalty was finally retaken, and so it went to extra time and the count. Friends, what a relief to see what Madrid had shown, even though in the end they didn't want to do it, even though the anger and frustration were overflowing. He played his part in a magnificent final where tired players gave their all, which made the competition much more dignified than it had been the day before. In the end, Barcelona, whose high line, their lives on the line, had already seen Madrid's goal and a penalty ruled out for offside before a last-minute decision against Mbappé had the trophy in their hands. He hopes this can be the first of 3. Madrid have no chance of winning, they were so close here. Friends, everyone was so tired. How the game had changed, how the words spread from one end to the other. All this psychology, how long ago those early moments seemed. It took Madrid 56 seconds to touch the ball and then, when they did, they lost it again. Barcelona dominated the first half and took the lead through Lamine Yamal's brilliant Pedri goal. Friends, Mbappé's arrival at halftime and a new mentality changed everything. Arda Güler and Luka Modric also added balance. Madrid were lively, and until then they could hide their weaknesses, looking at every move as an opportunity. They equalized when Frenkie de Jong beat Mbappé. Madrid asked for a red card, but they got something better. From the free kick, Mbappé leaned on the right arm of Wojciech Szczęsny, celebrating with a gesture borrowed from Cristiano Ronaldo. Calm down, I'm here. Barcelona knew Madrid had a pace and a purpose, a clarity, which soon helped Tchouameni give them the lead. Friends, they jumped and headed for the corner. But as the celebrating players left the pitch, Rudiger had to wear a large bandage on his leg, the significance of which perhaps only became clear when, with 6 minutes remaining, he failed to catch Torres. As the forward ran onto a great pass from Lamine Yamal, outpaced Thibaut Courtois and fired a beautiful, low, angled finish into an empty net to make it 2-2 with 6 minutes remaining. Rudiger made a great save in his defense to stop Lamine Yamal. He was perhaps lucky that he was not penalized for a foul on Torres at the time. Friends, then the inevitable happened with what seemed like 30 seconds left. Rafinha was brought down by a challenge from Raul Asensio. De Burgos Bengoetsia gave away a penalty, González Fuertes called, and the man who said he knew his son would have to pay for this moment, he was in the middle of the storm again. A decision, a million outcomes. Many core ideas were on hold until he called the penalty. Let someone else take the stage. In extra time, when the punches were flying and everyone was ahead, Torres was taking a shot and Bellingham dived and missed a header. Someone did. A loose pass from Modric and Jules Kounde stepped up to take the cup. Friends, thanks for watching this exciting football update, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for all the latest football highlights and updates. We will be back with the highlights soon.